I was in a stable relationship with a girl who was my life. She had chubby legs and elbow hair. I dreamed she'd be my wife. But she dumped me on a Wednesday, left me heartbroken in a ditch. But I think I know what happened that turned my whore into a bitch. The deep state made my girlfriend leave me. Those cunts did it again. She got a payoff from the government, and now she's seeing other men. Why they do this to me, I have no idea why. They did a psyop on my girlfriend to make her go fuck other guys. This has happened like 1,000 times, and it's gotten pretty old. These bitches keep on leaving me because they are mind control. The elite have focused in on me, putting chemtrails in the air. They steal away my girlfriend using cognitive warfare. The deep state made my girlfriend leave me. Those cunts did it again. She got brainwashed by the government to go chase after other men. Why they do this to me, I have no idea why. They did a psyop on my girlfriend to make her sleep with other guys.
What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. We're going to start off with this first video titled Former Trump lawyer Alina Habba Habba disqualified as top New Jersey prosecutor. It's been a while since we've talked about Alina Habba Habba. We know that they would not certify her or whatever it was to make her official, and apparently they've dragged their heels long enough and now she's disqualified. But then we got a video titled Paramount makes $108 billion hostile bid for Warner Brothers. Saturday, I think it was, we were talking about Warner Brothers, Discovery, and HBO Max, or maybe they're possibly being merged with Netflix. They're trying to do I think it's a $72 billion deal, but now Paramount's getting involved, trying to make a better offer. Then we got a video titled Trump calls MTG views those of a very dumb person. They're trying to say that MTG is basically a Democrat now, which is pretty interesting. Then we got a video titled New Evidence Released in CEO Murder Case Shows Survival Kit and Maps and Cash Tied to the Suspect. This is obviously a follow-up for Luigi Mangione. We also covered a video Saturday talking about him. This is a follow-up to that. Then we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Stoner, and it's titled That's a Nice Moose. Then getting back into the news, we got a video titled Mamdani releases Know Your Rights When Dealing with ICE video. It seems like a tutorial on how to evade ICE. Then we got a video that is titled Major Safety Alert After Illinois Frees Criminal Illegal Border Crossers. They let 1,700 border crossers back out in the street in Illinois. I don't know what's wrong with those people. Then we got a video titled Alleged Illegal Border Crosser Charged in Charlotte for Another Train Stabbing. I don't know. I don't know the last time it was safe to ride a train, but it ain't right now. Then we got the lefties losing it. Today it's titled Rosie O'Donnell accuses President Trump of verbal rape, which is disgusting to say something like that. Either way, then we'll be getting into the fun stuff. We'll be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Tori Wayne. We got our two funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Donnie, and it's titled Your Cover is Blown. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Stoner, and it's titled Police Are Not Your Friend. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Russell? What's up, Obnoxious Scott? What's up, Hair Juicer? What's up, Matt? What's up, Turbo? And what's up, Snooks? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Boosted Flames, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, and I appreciate you racing to the chat, Boosted Flames. Matt Rogers, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Major? Happy freedom. Russell, you're omnipresent. I appreciate you as well. What's up, Cass? Happy freedom. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom to you. Oh, I'm going to release that pepper video at some point today. It's like 14 minutes long, so it's kind of taken forever for me to edit it. But we will have that pepper video come in because we were eating peppers last Friday. What's up, Elder Zoomer? Happy freedom. What's up, Patriot Dad? Happy freedom to you. Scrolling. What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom to you. Let me see. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom to you. Make sure we get everybody. I think we did. Make sure you guys hit that like button. See if you can get us on the front page of Rumble. And what is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? Matt Rogers, you're truly omnipresent. And what is up, everyone over on the GoofTube? Larry, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, Larry. Let me see. Russell, you're truly omnipresent. What's up, Xterra? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on X? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. All right, let's go ahead and get things started. Like I said, we're going to be starting off with this first video. Former Trump lawyer Alina Habba Habba disqualified as the top New Jersey prosecutor. And that's messed up. Come on, do the thing. Load. There we go. All right, like I said, hit that like button if you haven't already. And let's get into this.
US President Donald Trump's former personal lawyer, Alina Habba, has been disqualified from serving as New Jersey's top federal prosecutor. Habba was disqualified after a federal appeals court said the Trump administration had performed maneuvers to keep her in the role contrary to federal laws governing appointments. She had been Trump's attorney in criminal and civil proceedings before he was elected to a second term. She briefly served as a White House advisor before Trump named her as acting federal prosecutor in March. Judges had questioned the government's moves to keep Habba in place after her interim appointment expired, and without getting Senate confirmation. The government argued Habba is validly serving the role under a federal statute allowing the first assistant attorney, a post she was appointed to by the Trump administration. After the decision, attorneys for the appealees said they would continue to challenge President Trump's unlawful appointments of purported U.S. attorneys wherever appropriate.
I would like to say that
Okay, so it's kind of a follow-up video. It's been a while, but the last time we covered Alina Habba Habba, they were saying that she wasn't, I don't want to say she wasn't qualified, but she didn't have all of her ducks in a row to be in the position she was in. But the only thing she was missing is to be certified by assholes on Capitol Hill or something like that, but they refused to do it. So because they never did, she never got, she never met the standard to keep that job, so now she's been disqualified. Next up, Paramount makes $108 billion doll hair hostile bid for Warner Brothers. We're just gonna hop right into this. Like I said, we covered a video talking about this on Saturday, and it was between Netflix and Warner Brothers, but now Paramount's getting involved. Also, I don't know if they're going to talk about HBO Max, but HBO Max is also included in this merger, but for some reason they don't say that part out loud. I don't know why. All these videos, they don't want to talk about HBO Max being included in this merger to Netflix, but we'll see how it goes. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommiTube, and let's get into this.
Netflix agreed to acquire Warner Brothers for $83 billion, including debt, in one of the largest media tie-ups ever. But with Paramount making a hostile bid, will the deal get done? The agreement to unite a Silicon Valley upstart with one of Hollywood's most storied studios was carefully navigated by Netflix's management. Co-CEO Ted Sarandos even ventured to the White House in November to get Donald Trump's blessing for the deal. But then on Sunday, President Trump veered off script, saying that the Netflix-Warner Brothers combination does raise antitrust issues.
Ted is a fantastic man. I have a lot of respect for him, but it's a lot of market share. So we'll have to see what happens.
That suggests his regulators may oppose the combination of the world's dominant streaming platform and the Hollywood icon. Paramount, whose bid for Warner Brothers was rejected, is also trying to break up the Netflix deal with a hostile takeover. The reaction was immediate. On Polymarket, the prediction marketplace, the odds of Netflix closing this acquisition next year went from 60% before Trump's comments down to 23%. And when Paramount made its hostile bid, the odds fell even further to about 16%. Netflix still has to seek regulatory approval in Washington, and it remains to be seen whether the Justice Department or others will oppose the acquisition. Even then, Netflix could choose to fight for the deal in court.
Okay. So we'll see how this turns out. Also, President Trump was being a movie star. I think it was on Saturday, and he got asked about it, and he said that he is paying attention to it. I think he had also mentioned about potentially getting involved to see if everything is legit. They're worried about something. I don't know. I thought it was about being a monopoly because they're having regulators look into this, but I think it's more complicated than them just being a monopoly. It has something to do with information. They're worried about data of some sort. Either way, they're saying that Paramount is trying to interfere with the deal that is being made between Netflix, Warner Brothers Discovery, which is their movie department, and HBO Max. And Paramount, they're kind of like HBO Max. They got their own streaming service and stuff. I think you got to go there to watch South Park. South Park used to be on HBO until I got HBO, and then they moved over to Paramount, so I can't watch my HBO, my South Park. But either way, next up we got Trump calls MTG views those of a very dumb person. More falling out between MTG and President Trump. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Paramount getting involved in this deal between Netflix, Warner Brothers Discovery, and HBO Max, and the video with Alina Habba Habba now being disqualified as New Jersey's top prosecutor. Russell, I want Game of Thrones to come to Netflix. I think it's an HBO original. I don't think it will come to Netflix because even I downloaded the map because I've been watching Game of Thrones. I'm on the last season right now. I got 6 or 7 episodes left, and I downloaded the maps so I could have a better understanding of where everybody is because they're always talking about their location, but if you don't look at a map, that doesn't mean a whole lot of anything, and all of the maps say Game of Thrones / HBO on them, so I don't think it'll ever go to Netflix, but you never know. Well, actually, yeah, I guess you're right. If Netflix buys HBO, then yeah, I guess they would. I'm spacing out here. You're right, Russell. It could do that. That could be a thing. What's up, Salty Ragu? Happy freedom to you. Here, Juicer, does everyone get to hear my crying barf on Friday? No, you lucked out. We couldn't hear you throw up on camera. This pepper video is going to be interesting. I got to get it edited. I'm not like doing a whole lot to it, but I want to get it cleaned up and get a thumbnail rolling, and we'll upload that video to Rumble. Obnoxious Scott, screw Netflix ever since they put BHO on their board. What is BHO? BHO. I know a lot of people don't like Netflix because of them putting the pedo woke stuff out on there. Turbo, yeah, edit out the part about the turkey. I don't remember what you're talking about, Turbo. What happened to the turkey? I'm trying to think now. I don't remember that part of the video. Cass, Paramount's been getting big. Same with Prime Video. Yeah, see, I had Prime for like 2 hours, and then I canceled it because I don't order anything, so I don't need free shipping. I don't live within 7 miles of a facility, so they can't drone anything to my house. And everything that's on their streaming service, I already have access to. The only thing I don't have access to is the Fallout series, and I want to see it, but I don't want to pay for Prime in order to see it, so I don't know. I'm kind of at a stalemate. What's up, Fitzy? Happy freedom. What's up, High Plains Drifter? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Keep It Salty? Happy freedom. Drive safe. Keep it salty. What's up, Watchman? Happy freedom to you. Major, so they could put Soros plants everywhere, but not her. Yeah, Major. I don't know. It seems like the Democrats really got into the places that they needed to without being detected. Because like everything that Trump does, a judge stands in the way. Anybody that Trump likes or he's trying to put in position to work for him to the best of their ability, they stand in the way. The Dems are in the way. They won't certify people. They won't let anyone do their job. Same thing with ICE, right? ICE is arresting illegals, and the Democrats are sneaking them out of the courthouse and releasing them onto the streets and all this stuff. And I don't know how it got this way, but it is. And I mean, we knew it was bad when Old Man Walter was in office, when Biden was just doing whatever he wanted and everybody complied. The mandates were laws and shit like that, or they were being enforced like they were laws, and nobody stood in the way, and we didn't know why. We were like, oh, you got to vote for Trump. Well, we voted for Trump, and now they're standing in the way of him. So it's like these Dems, they're in position of power, and they kind of slid in there undetected, because I didn't realize how bad it was until you're basically watching Trump struggle to do anything without stifling happening from the Democrats. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom to you. Kevin, you got a new kitty. I saw that. I can't remember what your kitty's name is, but it's a pretty nice looking feline. What's up, Break a Leg? Happy freedom to you. You know what? I bought a new mouse and I forgot. I'm sitting here holding onto the old one that don't work right. I like my life hard, I guess. I don't know. Major weaponized crucial positions. Yeah. Yep. That's where they are. Obnoxious Scott Obama. Oh, that's BHO. Interesting. I didn't realize Obama was on the board of Netflix. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but yeah. Salty Ragu, make VHS great again. I just moved a whole bunch of stuff, like 2 U-Hauls worth of shit, and I actually got a box of VHS tapes. I was like, I need to get a VCR. Russell, I just watch non-woke shit. Yeah, that's how I am too. Especially because I got all the news in my head. So every time anybody on any TV show or movie or anything speak, well, you guys saw, we were in the voice chat and they were trying to show me who Russell Kurt was. And he's been acting since he was like 12 or 13 years old. And then as soon as I said that, I was like, oh man, they were fingering Russell Kurt. And everybody in the chat was like, no, they would never. And I'm like, think about it. Like, think about it. What happens to teenagers and shit that are in movies and TV show and all that shit? We all know what the hell happens to them. You gonna say that didn't happen back then when nobody was watching, when we didn't have camera phones and everybody was like, oh man, they fingered Kurt Russell. It's like, yeah. Anytime I see a child actor, it's the first thing I think of. I'm like, child being exploited for entertainment. It's the biggest human trafficking industry that we have right in our face. We pay tickets to go see these human trafficked slaves and their fancy little outfits and shit to sing and dance on stage and be in all of our favorite movies. It's fucking disgusting. Anyways. Russell Kurt, well, whoever, Kevin. You know who I'm talking about. Poor guy got fingered in the 60s. What's up, Starn? Happy freedom. Starting just started watching the Fallout series with my 19-year-old daughter. That's awesome. Is it good? I haven't heard anything about it. I know it brought a lot of people to Fallout, and that kind of annoys me because people think they know everything because they saw the series. I've been playing the video games for like 20 years. Like, I know a lot about Fallout. It's my favorite deal, but seeing these posers on the internet talk about how they like Fallout, I'm like, blah, blah, blah. I'm all disgruntled about it. Yeah, I want to watch the series, but there's no way to watch it without Prime. What's up, Aaron? Happy freedom. An original Terminator 1 VHS, probably a collector. Oh, I never thought about that. I don't have any VHS that are worth anything. I just have them. What's up, Film What Matters? Happy freedom. Paramount. You don't like how I say Paramount? How are you supposed to say Paramount? I thought I was saying it right this whole time. What's up, Joe? Happy freedom. Matt Rogers, I found my music cassettes from junior high school the other day. That's awesome. I know exactly where mine are. They're in the dump right now. I had to leave them behind when I was forced to move as a teenager. I remember my cassettes, though. Major Trump literally can't do anything between the Dems, CIA, foreign lobbyists, globalists. Yeah, you're right, Major. I mean, I'm glad that he's trying, but it just sucks that everything's being stifled all the time. Kevin, your new kitty's name is Cooper. It's a good kitty name. What's up, Mike T? Happy freedom. Have you ever used a BTV app for movies and continuous series? No, I've never heard of that. What's up, Sly Dog? Happy freedom. I mean, I'm free for now. I don't know what's going on. I haven't heard any more, but I'm just trying to make money. That's all I can do is make money and mind my own business. That's all I can do. Elder Zoomer, I just think Hollywood exploits children on repeat whenever I see a kid in a movie. Yeah, Elder Zoomer, that's exactly how I am. I wish I could get it out of my head, but I can't. As soon as I see a young person on TV or in music, I'm like, man. Like, you know that they're going through things, and Nobody will ever know the truth. They're going to break them like Britney Spears. Keep it salty. I'm not going to read that out loud, but yeah. A pirate's life. Cringes, bro. I'm old enough to remember Laserdisc and Beta. I've heard of it, but I don't really know what that is. Patriot Dad, did you beat the rap? No. I heard it could take weeks, months, or even up to a year to even hear any follow-up. So I don't know anything about anything. All I know, as soon as I can make $10,000, I'm going to hire an attorney. And until then, I have to just try and make $10,000. And that's my whole life. That's my entire life. Make $10,000, and that's it. It's the entire bucket list. It's on my to-do list for today, tomorrow, the next day, and the next day until I die. That's it. Make 10K, and that's it. And it sucks. I don't want it to be that way. I'm living in fear. I'm living in fear big time because these people lying about me and making fraudulent charges and everything else. It's bullshit. So I don't know. I'm praying a lot. I'll tell you that. Praying loudly. God is so sick of hearing me because I've already talked to God 4 times a day. Like, that's how bad everything is. But the truth will set me free. That's all I know, is the truth will set me free. All right, hooligans, moving forward here. Also, if you would like to help me in my fucking lawfare situation that's happening to me, you're welcome to use the Stripe link, Cash App, or PayPal link in the video description, because then I can have access to that stuff immediately. I do appreciate everything that you guys have been sending me, but anything that comes through the platforms takes 30 days before I can have access to it, and that may not be ideal. So now you know. Either way, moving forward here, Trump calls Marjorie Taylor Greene's views those of a very dumb person. Their breakup is real nasty. Before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out, as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this video pulled up. MTG versus President Trump. Come on, come on. Jesus loves us. Take it forever. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
CBS News 60 Minutes interview getting millions of eyeballs. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene speaking with Leslie Stahl at a time when Greene says she's been cast aside by the MAGA movement, especially after having a major public disagreement with President Donald Trump over the push to release files on convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
The Epstein files, and he was extremely angry at me that I had signed the discharge petition to release the files. I fully believe that those women deserve everything they're asking. They're asking for all of it to come out. They deserve it. And he was furious with me.
What did he say?
He said that it was going to hurt people.
So the president responded to Greene's interview with 60 Minutes in a lengthy Truth Social post this morning, saying in part, quote, "She sort of reminds me of a rotten apple. Marjorie is not America First or MAGA because nobody could have changed her views so fast, and her new views are those of a very dumb person," close quote.
Okay, so from that point on, the blue team gets together and they take their pants off, and they really enjoy this little feud going on between MTG and President Trump. So we'll just go ahead and skip that part of the video. This next one is new evidence released in CEO murder case shows survival kit and maps and cash tied to the suspect. This has to do with Luigi Mangione. They're going to give us some details here. They just released images of the items that was on his person when he was being arrested. Now, his defense is still trying to get everything thrown out of court. They're trying to say, you know, it has to do with Miranda rights and all this other stuff. It'll be interesting to see how all of this turns out. But first, we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about this feud between MTG and President Trump. Snooks, yeah, no, if I started in only hooligans, everybody would leave. Everybody would be ashamed of me and they would leave. And then, yeah, you'd be my only fan. What's up, 10 Man? Happy freedom. 10 Man, damn, MTG is 8 up with it. Yeah, their falling out is nasty right now. Bros, I want to take my pants off now. I don't know. When I see Democrats, I don't feel that way. Here Juicer Fallout is dope. It has a lot of Easter eggs for fans of the games. That's so awesome. Here Juicer, I wish they had it on DVD or Blu-ray or something so I could purchase it, but we'll see how it goes. Turbo. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I can't talk about the stuff. I wish I could, because I'm working to save my life. That's how big it is. But I'm not able to talk about it. I just need financial support as much as possible. Keep it salty. MTG was shilling for Kevin McCarthy. That's what kind of Republican she is. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. I forgot about McCarthy being up there and all of that. Picture Dad, I have hundreds of vinyl, about 28 tracks, and I still collect rare vinyl. That's awesome, Patriot Dad. Heck yeah. Kevin Cooper's got the zoomies. Bad, he's bouncing around like he's half rabbit. Well, he's young. He's young. He's going to do that. Cringe Bro, I've been purposely avoiding the MTG drama. Yeah, we just cover updates on it. Otherwise, I just stay away from it. High Plains Drifter, be right back. Got to self-deport to my kitchen and get my nicotine gum. Does anyone know what floor my kitchen is on? I do not. Totally care. I remember learning Morse code. How did everybody learn Morse code? When I was younger, everybody just seemed to know what it was. There's also something called shorthand. Like, it's a form of writing, like handwriting. And that stuff's like not around anymore. People talk about Morse code. You see it in a movie every once in a while, but I don't understand how people learn that stuff. I was in Boy Scouts and I completed school. Not once ever did I ever get taught anything about shorthand or about Morse code. Which also kind of makes me worry, because I have obviously access to the internet. I could learn these things. But if I don't know it, who else does? If I was in a situation, I'm tapping out Morse code, there's a good chance that whoever hears that, they're going to be like, shut the hell up. Like, they're not going to, you know what I mean? They're not going to know what I'm doing. So I have this conflict about that. Sly Dog, is Mel Brooks MTG's dad? I don't know. I don't know much about Mel Brooks. I know that they made funny movies or something like that. Toilet care, Jeff needs a hotline to the big guy. That's true. I was thinking that earlier today. I was getting coffee. I was like, man, I wish I could get a pardon from President Trump, because this is bullshit. What's up, Bright Gaming? Happy freedom to you. Break a leg. I'm old enough to remember wall rotary phones and real amplifiers. Yeah. When I was younger, we had rotary phones at the house, but it's because I grew up with my great-grandparents. So we didn't have modern things. We had stuff that was never broken, so we kept it around. Patriot Dad, I rarely ever call a cat by its name. That's a dog thing. Every cat knows Kitty. That's true. Klaus Daniels knows all of his names. He's got like 1,000 names. What's up, Mike T? Mike T, happy freedom. BTV app is good for new movies before they're on DVD. Interesting. Thank you for letting me know, Mike T. I will check it out. Totally care. I'm tired of being sick and tired of the stupid shenanigans. That's how I feel too. Totally care. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. What's up, Relax? Happy freedom to you. Keep it salty. MTG's a Republican fence sitter. Yeah. It's really crazy they're having this falling out, because she had a MAGA hat on. She had what was her name? The girl that was Lakin Riley button on her shirt. She was all MAGA'd out and stuff, screaming at old man Walter. And now look at her. You know, now she doesn't like Trump and all this stuff. It's, I don't know. The theatrics is getting weird over on Capitol Hill. What's up, Daydream? Happy freedom. What's up, Derek? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Visions? Happy freedom. Your power's been out since Saturday morning? I don't understand. How do we have touch phones, but then we still have problems like that? It's like we try to be too modern, but our infrastructure's terrible. What's up, Too Real? Happy freedom. Funny how she puts in her resignation just in time to get life benefits. When she first started out, her net worth was $700,000. Now she's worth over $15 million. Yeah, I've heard that, Too Real. Where did she get the doll hairs from? What's up, Agent O? Happy freedom. So, let me see. Film What Matters. The dude on the clip says, Mount part of Paramount weird. Not you. Oh, I see what you're saying. Film what matters. I thought I was saying it wrong, and I was sitting here like, damn, I've been saying it wrong my whole life. I'm like, how are you supposed to say Paramount? Well, I didn't realize the guy in the video said it weird. What's up, Alex King? Happy Freedom. Laserdisc is DVD-sized record. Oh, I've seen Laserdisc before, but I didn't realize that's what it was. What's up, Ghostly? Happy Freedom. Turbo writing that Morse code in the chat. Ghostly, it's not hard to learn. It's just dots and dashes, I suppose. Turbo, you got an interview tomorrow? That's badass. Well, good luck to you. I hope it all works out. I'm sure it will. What's up, Tom Tom? Happy Freedom to you. Turbo, why does all these hot dogs taste weird? Nah, a gay picnic, are you? Anyways, moving forward here. Like I said, next up, new evidence released in CEO murder case shows survival kit and a map and some cash that was tied to the suspect. I don't know why they're highlighting survival kit. Remember when they were demonizing preppers? Like during the lockdowns, they were saying preppers are potential domestic terrorists and shit like that. And now they got survival kit in quotations. Like they don't sell survival kits at fucking Walmart. So like, I don't know why they're trying to make it a big scary survival. Are you trying to save your life? How dare you? Hit that like button on whatever you're watching and let's get into this.
Accused CEO killer Luigi Mangione is expected back in...
I'm going to rewind it and we're going to listen to him fuck that name up again.
CEO killer Luigi Mangione is expected back in court today for a key evidence hearing in his case, with new photos of that evidence now released, including what police described as a to-do list. Valerie Castero reports.
A closer look at what accused CEO killer Luigi Mangione was allegedly carrying the day of his arrest. Newly released photos from the Manhattan DA's office documenting items like this handwritten note with what appears to be a shopping list for a USB, digital cam, hot meal, water bottle, and trash bags, a hand-drawn map of Altoona, Pennsylvania, where Mangione was arrested, and a to-do list with the words survival kit. Police also collecting his clothes, a pocket knife, zip ties, and a Greyhound bus ticket from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh, arriving the night of the United Healthcare CEO's murder. Other photos showing a Visa gift card, a single-ride metro ticket, and a USB drive prosecutors say Mangione was wearing around his neck. Last week, the DA's office releasing these photos of Mangione's computer and thousands of dollars of cash they say he was carrying, including foreign currency, apparently from Asia. All of it potentially setting up a case for prosecutors that this was a premeditated act. How significant is it that all of these photos of this evidence is being released?
Very significant. Much of this hearing has been kept out of the public eye because the defense attorneys had argued that if information became public but was ultimately suppressed and did not make it into the trial, the jury pool would be tainted.
Mangione's defense team hoping to get evidence thrown out, including the alleged murder weapon, arguing he was questioned before being read his Miranda rights. He has pleaded not guilty to both federal and state murder charges. Valerie Castro, NBC News.
Okay, really quick there. And everybody was mispronouncing everything. And that's fine, because I do that too. So, you know, whatever's whatever. But Luigi Mangione, oh man, Luigi Mangione, poor guy. I don't know how you mess his name up. Mario and Luigi been around longer than I've been, so I don't understand how you mess it up. Mangione, okay, I give it to you. Mangione is quite the name. Luigi though, how you mess Luigi up? Luigi Mangione. This guy is just making shit. Are you rapping, bud? What's going on here? Either way, they're saying that they released images of Luigi's items that was on his person when he was arrested. The defense is trying to get rid of evidence, just like the murder weapon, saying that he was questioned before being read his rights. Basically, they're trying to get the evidence from the case, everything in his backpack and such, thrown out on technicalities. That's what they're trying to do. Because if they do, it's going to be really hard to get him without using the murder weapon and all these other items they just listed as a part of the case. Now, they might be able to do that. I don't know. I'm not an attorney. I know that your rights matter. I know that. And so if they are trampling on his rights and they can prove that, they might have to throw that evidence out. If you can't use the murder weapon and everything, how are you going to convict him? So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's getting interesting. It's been boring the last couple months. That's why I've been kind of avoiding updates with it, because it's just a bunch of nonsense. But things are heating up. Next up, we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Stoner, and it's titled, "That's a Nice Moose." It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Luigi Mangione, whatever they called him. Ghostly, you only get read your rights for questioning. You know, when they questioned me last Monday, they didn't read me my rights. Maybe I just get it all thrown out. I need to just become an attorney. If everybody's going to keep pointing their fingers at, that's what kills me, is I've been telling you guys that shit. I'm like, people point their fingers and call 911 and fuck people's lives up. I've been saying that for years. And now it's like on full display. I'm like, I should just get the training to be an attorney. I think my criminal record prevents me from being able to be an attorney, but I could at least, you know what I need to know. Russell, try to pronounce Orange Jello. It's a first name. Orange Jello is a first name? Who's named Orange Jello? Ghostly, why would you need a map of Altoona, that tiny shithole? I don't know. And why did he hand draw it? He could have. Why did he still have it on his person? That's what doesn't make sense to me, is why did he have it on his person? Why didn't he do what he did? And when he was in transport, right, he was going to Pennsylvania or wherever the hell he was going. Why didn't he just set the paper on fire? It's paper. You know what I mean? The ashes blow away in the wind. No more hand-drawn map and laundry list of supplies. Like, why did he do that? Why did he do anything that happened in the entire case? Why did he go to a McDonald's with the murder weapon in his bag? Why did he do that, you know? And I don't know. It's a long list of why did he do that? Salty Ragu, as an Italian, I'm offended. Luigi Mangione. Turbo, what the fuck is a USB card? So I actually have a USB card. I got it when I was in college. It has programs on it for music training, ear training, music theory, things like that. But it's a credit card that has a tab that flips out that has a USB on it, and you just plug it in. It's a USB card. Now, I don't think Luigi had that on him. I think the reporter talking about the USB stick that was on the necklace, she's just a tard, and she didn't know what she was talking about. So I think that's what that is. But USB cards is a thing. Or they are a thing. My grammar's great. Yeah, that's true, Ghostly. But I was coerced. They were trying to coerce me. Those bastards. Russell, it's one of my mom's students. It's not pronounced Orange Jello. You gave it to the wrong guy. You knew I was going to mispronounce it, okay? You knew that was going to happen. Bregalay, because it fits the made-up story that they give us. You're right. High Plains Drifter, buy the dip. What's dipping right now? Sly Dog, he had a USB flash drive. Yeah. Yep. Patriot Dad, I met black twins named Orange Jello and Lemon Jello. No shit. Dang, Patriot Dad was having Jello that night. Mm-hmm. What's up, Polish? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Jagula? Happy freedom to you. Oh, silver's dropping right now? Weird. Somebody must have offloaded if the price of silver is going down, because that don't usually happen. Jagula, that's a nice ravioli. Mm-hmm. Picture Dad, it was an execution on camera. Yeah, but they can't prove it was him because it was the back of his head on camera. I'm pretty sure, but we'll see. It seems like they'd be able to give him no matter what, but if they literally throw out the murder weapon, it's going to make it very difficult. Cringe Bro, every time I hear that name, I hear the Nintendo music. Yeah, I can hear Mario grab the coin. Why does it sound like it when I say stuff like that? You know, it didn't have to be explicit, but it sounds explicit. Grab him right by the coin. Break a leg is too much. I can't read that out loud. Polish. Klaus must be sneaking around getting into trouble. He better not be. He was testing me earlier today. I think he's probably chilling out. What's up, Libby Racer? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Master Meatball? Happy freedom. By the time you become an attorney, AI will be the law. You're right. I can't become an attorney, but I would like to learn, you know, what attorneys know. It would help. What's up, Magical? Happy freedom to you. Derek, could the USB card not be an SSD from a mobile? I don't know. I don't know. It's just a USB drive. It's just in the form of, it's the guts taken out. So like, I don't have a USB stick sitting here, but if you look inside of a USB stick, you got the space, and then you have that like circuit board looking thing, right? The USB card I have only has that little plastic circuit board looking thing. It looks like a credit card, but there's a square on a hinge, and you just flip the hinge out, and it's just that plastic part, and you just slide that right in the spot for your USB, and it'll read it like a USB drive, but it's in the form of a credit card. What's up, Motorsport? Happy freedom to you. Daydream, happy freedom to you. I'm not a fan of McDonald's, is the point I was making. Oh, I don't know. I have to read up to see what you're talking about. What's up, Miss Satan? Happy freedom to you. Daydream, premeditated. What else would they call it? I mean, yeah, you're right. Visions, prepper survivalist here. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, but the government was trying to demonize it. Derek, you're an American, so you're saying a lot of English words wrong. Well, that's kind of our job as Americans, because apparently we had the original like British accent, and they were so mad that we didn't want to be the redheaded stepchildren anymore that they went and changed their own accent. And so I don't know. Plus I'm an American, so I can say anything I want wrong. That's kind of what we do. We pronounce everybody's names wrong. Other countries, we don't call them what they're supposed to be. And well, I'm a hooligan, so it's like doubling down on just being wrong, you know, for funsies. Being wrong for funsies. What's up, Madman? Happy freedom. Derek, salad. People eat that stuff? I like salad sometimes. Have you guys ever got heartburn from salad? That never made sense to me, but it happens. You know, these things happen. Turbo, I just had a great idea for a meme. Well, I can't wait to see. Ghostly, what they know is the law is a lie, and money can and does buy freedom. Yeah, I've been saying that for a couple days. Innocent people don't get defended in court. Wealthy people do. Relax, it's our language now. Fuck out of here. I don't know. Totally care. My accent is mine. Mine too. Everywhere I go, people are like, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from here. They're like, why do you talk like that? I'm like, you know, I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know why. I have a unique accent. My accent's like my fingerprint. It's just mine. Either way, getting into this midlife break here, our funny video halfway through. Let me get this pulled up real quick. It is provided by the Stoner. You guys are going to like this. I know you guys love your animals and stuff. Like I said, this is provided by Stoner, and it's titled, That's a Nice Moose.
Really? A moose. I think that's a moose. Oh my god. Oh my god. Moose.
I've recently decided to offer guided moose hunts. It's the hunt of a lifetime. You get to pack in on horses, guaranteed success, and packages start at $15,000.
Really?
Yes. They're over there milking that moose. Anyways, getting back into the news really quick here. My mouse will cooperate. Next up, Mamdani releases a Know Your Rights When Dealing with ICE video. It's basically a tutorial to evade ICE. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through, or I have to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to participate in the Christmas unboxing, you're welcome to send me and Klaus something for Christmas. You're welcome to use the P.O. box, or you can send something from the wish list. If you do send something from the P.O. box, please let me know by messaging me or sending me an email. If you do send something from the wish list, it'll just come to me directly and you don't have to worry about it. The Christmas unboxing is going to take place on Christmas Day, so anything I receive between now and Christmas, I'm going to make a nice little pile over here. I already got 2 boxes. Like I said, we're going to hold on to everything, and on Christmas Day, we're going to do the unboxing, and it's going to be a good time. I'm going to grab these links really quick for the P.O. box, as well as the wish list. If you hooligans would like to participate and have something fun to do on Christmas Day. There we go. There's the links, do the thing and stuff and all of that, and we're going to get into this next video. Like I said, Mamdani releases a Know Your Rights When Dealing with ICE video, and I don't know if they could get him for teaching people to evade ICE or not, because technically he is doing it in according to your rights, but it seems unnecessary to make a tutorial like this. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
We are going to continue, though, with some more of these headlines coming out of New York City as I bring us back out to the live image that we have at the Empire State Building. This time, I want to talk a little bit about New York City Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani and some comments that he made over the weekend as he posted a video to social media Sunday explaining immigrants' rights to refuse to speak to or comply with agents from U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. This comes days after federal agents carried out a raid in Manhattan. Now, in the video, Mamdani vowed to protect the city's 3 million immigrants, saying, quote, "We can all stand up to ICE if you know your rights." It's a pretty short video. I'm going to play it next.
ICE attempted to raid Canal Street and detain our immigrant neighbors. As mayor, I'll protect the rights of every single New Yorker, and that includes the more than 3 million immigrants who call this city their home. But we can all stand up to ICE if you know your rights. Last weekend, ICE attempted to raid Canal Street and detain our immigrant neighbors. As mayor, I'll protect the rights of every single New Yorker, and that includes the more than 3 million immigrants who call this city their home. But we can all stand up to ICE if you know your rights. If you encounter ICE, these are the things that every New Yorker should know. First, ICE cannot enter into private spaces like your home, school, or a private area of your workplace without a judicial warrant signed by a judge. That looks like this. If ICE does not have a judicial warrant signed by a judge, you have the right to say, "I do not consent to entry," and the right to keep your door closed. Sometimes ICE will show you paperwork that looks like this and tell you that they have the right to arrest you. That is false. ICE is legally allowed to lie to you, but you have the right to remain silent. If you're being detained, you may always ask, "Am I free to go?" repeatedly until they answer you. You are legally allowed to film ICE as long as you do not interfere with an arrest. It is important to remain calm during any interaction with ICE or law enforcement. Do not impede their investigation, resist arrest, or run. One last thing. New Yorkers have a constitutional right to protest, and when I'm mayor, we will protect that right. New York will always welcome immigrants, and I will fight each and every day to protect, support, and celebrate our immigrant brothers and sisters.
Okay, so like I said, he made a little tutorial there on how to evade ICE. Now, he is listing your rights. You do have the rights to do this. I mean, everybody does. You can pretty much do it with any law enforcement, but you know what his intentions are. You know what his intentions are. ICE is only looking for illegals. It's not looking, ICE is not looking for Americans and stuff. So what could the only possibility be for his intentions of making this? Evading ICE, right? Meaning this video is to illegals. So he's trying to help illegals. I'm sure Blue Team loves that, but it's obviously not good. I don't think they can do anything. I don't think Homan or anybody can go and arrest Mamdani or be mad. I mean, they could be mad, but I don't think they can legally do anything because it's all done in the notion of know your rights, which you can't do anything about that. So I don't know. They didn't do anything to AOC, and she was directly trying to teach illegals how to evade ICE and all that stuff. It wasn't about your rights and all of that. It was just about the frozen meanies, how to dodge a frozen meanie, and nothing happened to her. There was no legal consequence or anything. So I highly doubt anything will happen with Mamdani, but, you know, he's just showing his true colors there. Either way, next up, major safety alert after Illinois frees criminal illegal border crossers. They release more than 1,700 illegals back into the streets in Illinois because apparently they really like crime. And so that's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about Mamdani. Snooks, you suck. Yeah, Mamdani does. Tom, illegal border crossers don't have American rights. They're not citizens. You're totally right. You were totally right. Which is why I say, you know, it's just a tutorial on evading ICE. But the thing is that ICE doesn't know who is who. They know who they're looking for, but if they knock on a door, they don't know who's on the other side. If on the other side they're saying all this legal jargon, you know, using the nomenclature. I've been waiting since Saturday to use that, by the way. But they've learned the nomenclature because of Mamdani, and so when they're talking to ICE through the door and they're like, nope, no illegals here, and they're like, well, we got a warrant, and like, okay, well, let me see it, and they're like, never mind, we ain't got a warrant, and like, okay, well, the illegal on the other side of the door, you know, ICE doesn't know if that's an American or not because they can't engage with them. So I don't know, it's a mess. But you're right, Tom, they do not have citizen rights. They have some rights, some American rights. They shouldn't, but it's because it's worded as like any man that stands on this soil, or, you know, there's a couple rights that are worded like that. So just because they're here, they just, bam, they get free rights for no reason, and that's what the Democrats are using to manipulate the situation. It's a form of semantics that they're doing. Man, this is going to get a lot of people in trouble. Yeah, well, it's going to get people put on their head. Remember when there used to be a lot of auditors making YouTube videos and stuff, and that encouraged other people to try and do the same thing? So they'd get pulled over, or they'd do whatever, and they'd stick a phone in a cop's face and sound like a dumbass, thinking that they were really doing something, and usually all they do is get themselves hurt or worse. That's what this is going to do. Illegals are going to have confidence now that Mayor-elect Mamdani told them that they're allowed to do this and this, that, and the other. So ICE is going to kick them right in their little coin purse, and they're going to say, oh, well, I know my rights. And ICE is going to go, that's a funny one, and put them on their head and arrest them because they don't really have those rights. But, yeah, it'll be interesting to see the fallout of this. Thank you for letting me know, Snooks. I'll take care of it in a second. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for that $1 donation over on Rumble. You're a badass, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much for the support. It says Escape from New York. Yeah, definitely. He's next month. Mamdani will be running the show. What's up, Goth? Happy Freedom. What's up, Pro Gun? Happy Freedom to you. Kevin, where's Klaus? He is here in the house somewhere, but my whole house looks like a storage unit right now. So, I mean, he's here. I just don't know where. He'll probably show up at some point because I haven't given him the fanciest of feasts yet. What's up, Otters? Happy Freedom. What's up, Enter User? Happy Freedom to you. Otters, those influencers doing that crap should know not to talk to the police, let alone video them. People incriminate themselves so much. Yeah, Otters, you're totally right. Polish, he's Klausing around. He is. What's up, Wally? Happy Freedom. What's up, MU? Happy Freedom to you. Pro Gun smoking me. He should, though. Mamdani should mind his own business. Cringe Bro, Trump needs to cut him off. No more funding. I kind of think that will happen because they had their little cute little thing at the Oval Office. It made both sides uncomfortable, and they were being real sweet to each other. They might as well have brought each other flowers. But I think once Mamdani gets into power and he inherits all the trash and crap that goes on in New York City, I think Trump's going to do that to him. He's going to be like, okay, run the show correctly. And Mamdani's going to be like, what do you mean, Mr. Orange Man? And the Orange Man's going to slap him around a little bit and be like, do what I say or else you're losing your funding. And that might be the play there, but we won't know until after January. Boost Flame, that guy likes money. He does. Mamdani is slimy. What's up, Plastic Quack? Happy Freedom to you. Otters got Lucas, my black golden retriever, a stupid frisbee finally today. He has been driving me nuts. Buried the other one in the backyard somewhere. Well, that's fun. Yep, the pets, they love us. What's up, Courtly? Happy freedom. Goth. Yeah, I am going through it, but I don't... As far as I know, not everything is okay. I need to make as much money as possible. Well, thank you, MU. You're the bestest. Pro-gun, defund New York. I like it. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it, is defund New York. Goth, are you moving? No, I'm not moving. I'm just trying to get my ducks in a row. I need $10,000 for an attorney. And we got to ban the bot. Bam. There you go. Goodbye, bot. What's up, Tony Bridge? Happy freedom. What's up, Rich? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Night Owl? Happy freedom. Night Owl, I'm glad I don't live in New York City. Yeah, that's how I feel too. That's exactly how I feel. Derek, but he's using big words. That's how Mamdani gets them. Did Jeff get replaced with AI? No, I was watching Game of Thrones yesterday, and they said something about the nomenclature, and I was like, I like that word. I was like, I gotta find a reason to use that tomorrow. And so when I woke up today, I was like, the nomenclature. And I was like, yeah, now I sound like I got a functioning brain. Derek, you should try the UK. New York City is still way better. I can't. The UK won't have me. I can leave the country, but no other country wants me in their country. What's up, Andrew? Happy freedom. Yeah, Andrew, 10K because of everything I'm facing, which is all bullshit. What's up, Slampire? Happy freedom to you. Goth. Yeah, it's... The problem is the nonsense. The finger pointing and everything that was said during the finger pointing is what is driving the cost up. That's the problem. I don't have a way around it. All I can do is make money or lose my life. Like I was saying, next up, we got major safety alert after Illinois free criminal illegal migrants. They made a mess of that title. These assholes in Illinois, they released 1,700 illegals back onto the streets. Why didn't they write the title like that? I don't know. These people should hire me for $10,000. Fuck. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Acting ICE Director Todd Lyons sent a letter demanding that Illinois' Attorney General honor ICE arrest detainers. So far, the state's failure to do so has resulted in the release of more than 1,700 criminal illegal migrants. Former Acting DHS Secretary Chad Wolf joining us now. Chad, I don't get it. How can you release 1,700 people when you have a detainer on them and they have criminal records? How does this happen?
Well, it's incredible. I mean, this is what sanctuary city policy indicates, and we see this out of Chicago. We did see it previously in New York, and you certainly see it in LA and others, which is you have criminal illegal aliens sitting in jails, such as Chicago, and all ICE is requesting is to have those police officers hold them there so that they can go into the jail, pick them up, and then obviously remove them out of the country. And instead, what these jurisdictions do is they just release them back out in the communities, and that's why you have so many ICE officers now having to go into these communities to actually locate them and find them and then rearrest them and deport them.
It seems like a really misguided attempt to protect criminals.
Yeah.
Perhaps for ethnic reasons, I don't know,
Yeah.
but what on earth is going on? It's inexplicable, really. But there's another one here.
Yeah.
We've got new data, and it shows that ICE has arrested nearly 75,000 people with no criminal records. That looks like bad public relations, and it looks like to be bad politically for the president. It's going the other way from Illinois, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. I would disagree a little bit. That same report actually says that they're arresting over 2/3, over 150,000 folks with criminal records. And so if you look at the total population of that report, it's saying 2/3 have criminal records that they are arresting and obviously removing. And so this tracks with what DHS has been saying and DOJ have been saying, that almost up to 70% that they are focused on have criminal records. But look, they've been very clear that they're not going to ignore immigration law, that if someone is here illegally, that they are still going to arrest them. And it's important to remember that a lot of folks, upwards to 30 to 35%, or even more, come across that border multiple times. And should they be arrested and prosecuted for their second time, that is a felony. That is a criminal felony. So my guess and the reason here is that a lot of these folks are actually criminals if they were prosecuted.
Got it?
Okay, so like I said, Illinois, they enjoy crime. They like to collect criminals. It's like Pokemon cards. They enjoy that. Illinois just released more than 1,700 illegals back onto the street. It's all because the local facilities in their sanctuary cities don't want to cooperate with ICE, so they would rather release these illegals back into the streets than have ICE come get them. They also mentioned that ICE has been arresting more than 75,000 illegals, and it's supposedly because they I wrote this wrong, but either way, they don't have criminal records, and so that somehow is bad. But being illegal is being illegal. That's you having a criminal record. You're here illegally. There you go. So of course they bring it up and they're like, oh, this is bad for politics because President Trump says we're going to get the worst of the worst. But they've said so many times, like, yes, they are pursuing the worst of the worst. But if they walk into a house and they're looking for the worst, and then there's 10 illegals there that are not considered the worst of the worst, well, the guy they're looking for and the 10 illegals are all getting deported. They've said it so many times. They're like, we're pursuing terrible criminal illegals, but we will take any illegals we come across along the way. And blue team, their ears just don't work, I suppose. Either way, next up, alleged border crosser charged in Charlotte train stabbing. These illegals love to stab us, and unfortunately, it's just like Tom Homan and President Trump are the only ones defending us from getting stabbed by illegals, because you see what's happening in Illinois. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about Illinois releasing more than 1,700 illegals back on the street. Russell, deport them all. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why they're playing these games. How is that not treason? The president is trying to get the illegals out of the country. Illinois is arresting and releasing illegals and doing it with the sole purpose of avoiding ICE, a federal agency. So they are undermining the president. How is that not a problem? How does no one care about that? That shit does not make sense to me. Salty Ragu, those numbers should be higher. I agree. Like Hunter Biden high, those numbers should be up there. Matt Rogers, helping criminals and wasting resources. Yeah, how is that not treason? I don't understand. That's interesting, Courtly. If you jump the fence, you're a criminal. That's right. You're right. What's up, Free the Text, and happy freedom to you. Otters, they're trying to normalize that we are not a country, basically. Gringes, bro, Illinois sucks. It does. Just because of the leadership, though. Even like California. Think about how nice California would be if it was a red state. They got all 4 seasons. They got Disneyland. They got Hollywood, right? But if they reformed all of it to have proper leadership, including Hollyweird, it could be a really great place. But it's ran by meth addicts and psychopaths and commies and just bad people in general. Pro-gun, the second time they entered the U.S. illegally, just put them down. Problem solved. I mean, if we tried to break into any other country, they would shoot us on sight. Like, they would. If you were just running towards another country's border and they thought for a second you were going to cross that line, they'd do it with a smile. You know what I mean? Especially if they found out you're an American, because other countries don't like Americans because they think we're fat, slobs, ignorant. That's, that pretty much sums it up. And some of us are, but not all of us. Not the majority of us, but yeah. And that's how other countries are. They would just put us down right there. There wouldn't be any Democrats like, what about their due process? There wouldn't be any of that going on. Goth, oh no, they arrested 75,000 illegals with no criminal record, except for entering the country illegally? That's it? Yeah, exactly, Goth. For the text, if you enter here illegally, you have a criminal record. That's what I'm saying. We are all on the same page here. Jagula, get the fuck out of here. That's right. Enter user scream, I'm a Canadian, before they shoot. Yeah, that's the only way out. That's the only way to save yourself. It's like, no, don't shoot, I'm a Canadian. They're like, oh, all right, eh? Interesting, guy. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, you hooligans, go ahead and do that. When you hit the like button, let me know what like you are. Free the Getaxum was like number 37. That's a good idea. Thank you for suggesting that, guy. Hair juicer, what the hell is that? That's getting deported immediately. What's up, Interstate? Happy freedom to you. Rich, if the jails would hold them and wait for ICE to pick them up, then you wouldn't have to go looking for them. Yeah, absolutely. But they're intentionally not cooperating with ICE, you know, and they're saying it out loud that they are intentionally not cooperating with ICE. They're not just not cooperating. They are hindering it. They are hindering the entire process. They had arrested them for criminal activity. They didn't arrest them because they're illegal, because regular law enforcement can't. They can't even ask you your legal status. They can only arrest you if you break the law, and you know, the whole song and dance of that. So these people break the law. Law enforcement shows up. They arrest these guys. They figure out that they're illegals. And instead of calling ICE and waiting on ICE, they just, hurry up, get back out there in the streets before ICE shows up and gets you. And it's like, that is directly undermining the immigration process as far as deporting these assholes. So I don't understand how there's not legal consequences to that. Motorsport, like number 67. You're awesome. Derek, try running at the border in North Korea. Well, ironically, we did cover a story last year about a military person. I can't remember if he was Army or what, but he deserted by running to the North Korean border. He ended up getting sent back here, and I don't remember what happened to him after that. He got in trouble of sorts. But anybody else runs across that border, yeah, you're getting vaporized. That's how it's going. What's up, Bobby Johnson? Happy freedom. Bobby Johnson, Cali is red. They cheat. They show only libs from city on TV to cover it up. Yeah, we have a lot of hooligans that are in California. That's why I always say, because there's a lot of people who are like, I wish California would fall into the ocean, or, you know, we should give California to Canada, or, you know, stuff like that. But if we could reform it, it'd be great. You know, same thing with New York, right? It used to be the Big Apple. That was where you went to, you know, become a movie star and blah, blah. Not anymore. Like, not anymore. That's where you go to get stabbed by an illegal now, out in the subway system. So reform would, you know, be really good for these places. Motorsport, I saw that. It was wild. Yeah, we covered it when it happened. Derek, I was over 5K for a lawyer. Was only a silly driving charge that got thrown out after 3 minutes of the case was called. Yeah. Well, sometimes having an attorney makes that difference. If they think you're going to be all alone, then they'll prey on you, because those people at the courthouse and the police themselves are predators. That's their job, is to put humans in cages, which is awful. It's never the humans that need to be in cages that get put there. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a tough situation. Xterra, it's a nightmare to local law enforcement also. How many car accidents they see with illegals with no driver's license and insurance. Yeah, it's true. Happy freedom to you, Xterra. What's up, Salty Ginger? Happy freedom to you. We are, I think we're just on the other side of halfway. No, hair juicer, it's not I don't know what happened to Bobby on Rumble. He left and just never came back, but I have hope and faith that he will someday. He'll make it. He's the prodigal son, right? He'll come back. He'll come. He knows where the boobies are. You know, he'll come back. What's up, Jay Spray? Happy freedom to you. Free the text. I got a video you should check out where American attained 2 North Korean cell phones and went through it. There's no internet, and they blocked the Wi-Fi button. The censorship is insane. Yeah, Free the Good Texan. I've seen documentaries on Netflix about North Korea, which, you know, who knows? I didn't make the documentary. But the stuff that they showed in that movie that I watched about North Korea was crazy. They say that, like, families are starving, and sometimes they have to put their kids outside in order to save the rest of the family. They'll take, like, the youngest or the first one that gets sick or whatever, and they'll just basically shove them out the house, lock the door, and now you're a family of 4 because you can afford to feed this many people and stuff like that. It's awful what's going on in North Korea, but for some reason, you know, everybody just lets it happen. What's up, Ramsey? Happy freedom to you. Otters, that Cinnabon chick situation here in Wisconsin, I'm telling you, the Somalis from Minnesota and the Venezuelans from Illinois are not going to have a good time in Wisconsin. Yeah, I think everybody's migrating around because of ICE moving and stuff. I'm waiting to see illegals here because we have a variety of people here. Most of them are legit. You know, they've been this way as long as I've lived here. I've lived here almost 10 years. But people will spot the differences. Because just because you ain't white doesn't mean you're an illegal. There's tons of people who are of Mexican descent here, and they're not fucking around. These people are Catholics. They care about their family. They care about working hard and earning what they have. And the things they have, they want to protect those things. So the illegals show up, it ain't going to be like they're going to blend in. They are not going to blend in. They're going to be pushed out into the open. That's what's going to happen. For the Texan, why haven't we liberated North Korea? Because of their ties with Russia. Oh, as a question, because of their ties with Russia. I don't know why we haven't liberated North Korea. That's what I mean. I mean, it's not our job, I guess. So I was kind of leaning off of that, but how come we let that happen, you know? There's the girl at the Cinnabon was a Kamala supporter. That's how it goes. Patriot Dad, I saw ICE in, I don't know what that is, Peoria, somewhere. Oh, in Illinois, and I was stoked. Yeah, Patriot Dad. I haven't seen ICE here yet, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time. Ghostly, they sell them slaves into Chinese slavery just to get food in North Korea. And it's their ties to China. That's why we don't liberate North Korea. That makes sense. I mean, it doesn't make sense that we let it happen, but you see how the politics works, and so I guess. Either way, moving forward here, next up, border crosser is charged in the Charlotte train stabbing. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, about this horror podcast called EATI, which stands for Experimental Alien Technology Institution. This is a found footage audio drama, and each episode is a standalone tape from a secret organization's case files. They investigate things that they simply can't explain. What you're hearing is a first-person recording of a mystery that defies both logic and reality itself. If you love cosmic horror, the terrifying ambiguity of H.P. Lovecraft, and the sheer raw terror of the found footage genre, then EATI is your next obsession. It's built for headphone listening to deliver a truly immersive, handheld camera experience. Every episode is a unique nightmare that will make you question what's real and what's lurking just beyond your sight. You can listen right now on Spotify, iTunes, Rumble, Buzzsprout, and all major platforms. I'm gonna grab this link really quick. You guys should check out EATI. Season 2 has just been released, so definitely go see what it's all about. It's good stuff. Get this link to you, and we're going to move forward with the news. Slampire join us over here on Twitch. Let me see. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Go click the link and do the stuff. What do we got here? Oh, I think we're good. Either way, like I said, got an illegal here that just stabbed somebody on a train. And he's been here before. And we sent him back home. And he came back again. Hopefully they don't let him go this time. Hit the like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
There's Caroline Elliott on that Charlotte train stabbing. Caroline. Yeah, John. So we're going through those court records right now, and we just learned that the suspect in this case is an illegal migrant. Police say that he forced his way onto the train last night, took out a knife, and then stabbed one of the passengers. Court records say he was pretty much starting problems as soon as he got on the train. He started yelling at everyone and then started picking a fight with the victim. Police say that's when he pulled out a large fixed blade knife and stabbed someone on the train. EMS got the victim to the hospital, and they say he's in critical but stable condition.
My husband missed that train by, one stop and didn't get on there, and that's crazy. We should not have to feel like we are one stroke of bad luck away from being the next victim.
Now, this happened about 3 months after Ukrainian refugee Irina Zarutska was killed on the Charlotte light rail in a random attack. Her attacker, DeCarlos Brown, had a long rap sheet and struggled from mental health issues. And now officials are calling out the Charlotte mayor after yet another violent attack. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said, quote, "Apparently the death of Irina Zarutska was not enough. What is it going to take for the Charlotte mayor to remove violent criminals off the streets and protect her constituents? The time to act is now." As for the suspect, court records say he's not getting out of jail anytime soon. 33-year-old Oscar Solorzano is being held without bond because he, quote, is an illegal and has been deported previously, and we're told he's expected back in court on Monday. John.
Caroline Elliott. What a sad story. Caroline, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click.
All right. Allegedly. It's all alleged. Either way, they're saying that this illegal forced his way onto the train in Charlotte, stabbed one of the passengers. They say that he started problems as soon as he got on the train. He was yelling at passengers and starting a fight with the victim. Then he used a fixed blade to stab the victim. The victim is in the hospital in critical condition, but they are considered stable. The illegal is being held without bond and waiting for court, which is kind of surprising considering everything we've covered today. They mentioned that he's been deported before, so he came all the way back just to do this nonsense. Next up, we got the last little bit of the news before we get into the fun stuff. It is Lefties Losing It. Today it's titled, Rosie O'Donnell accuses President Trump of verbal rape, which is a disgusting accusation there. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this illegal stabbing Americans on the train. Hair juicer, Bobby, come back. You can blame it all on me. Well, thank you, Snooks. I appreciate the compliment. Russell, if you come into this country illegally and you stab someone, you should be mandatory castration. I mean, I think it should be a little worse than that, but yeah, it's definitely a start. Matt Rogers, just wait for it. Here comes the knife ban. We're never going to be able to butter toast again. It's, people got to ruin it for everybody. Ghostly. If I'm ever on a train and they act up, I'm bucking. There is no question. Oh, yeah, that's how I am too. If I'm trapped in public transportation, which would never happen because there is no public transportation where I live. But if it did happen and somebody was acting crazy, the first thing I think of is preserving my life and the life around me. Like, that's just the way I am. I don't want bad things to happen. That's why I'm that way. Like, to stop bad things from happening. Snooks, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not sure what you're referencing, Snooks. You could look it up in the Urban Dictionary, but I'm not sure what it means myself. Otters, why are you shooting that pot roast? Oh, they banned knives and I need to cut it up. Yeah, basically. Goth, and many of those illegals in construction don't do good work. Yeah, I know. I've seen the TikTok videos. It's not. It's not all it's cracked up to be. For the text, remember, y'all, it's the white people that are the problem. It's it's the minority stabbing random people. Yeah, well, like the Pentagon says, white supremacy is running rampant in the streets. It's the cause of all of our problems. Libby Racer, he was a Yankee fan. Is that so? I'm trying to find the comment I saw earlier. Somebody said that the guy stabbed was a pedo. God, did he purposely try to shave his eyebrows to look like Satan? Probably. He's probably TDA or something like that. Ramsey, he's a convicted pedo. That's interesting because you notice they didn't give us any information about the victim at all. They didn't tell us anything about the victim. Wouldn't it be crazy if he stabbed the guy because he was a pedo? And then does that make the illegal a good guy? Drop a 1 in the chat if you think the illegal would be considered a good guy if the guy he stabbed was actually a convicted pedo. Because he might be. I don't know. I haven't, gone and validated it, but that's what I'm seeing in the chat here. Drop a 2 if it doesn't matter if he stabbed a pedo or not. He's still a piece of shit. And drop a 3 if for both. Polish, they're probably scoping out Dearborn. Oh, absolutely. I bet ICE is in Detroit. I'm sure they're eyeballing Dearborn. Probably in Lansing, because Lansing is a college town, so everybody's constantly coming and going from Lansing and stuff. That's a huge human trafficking area because of that. So yeah, I bet ICE is scoping out those areas. It's too cold to come get illegals here now because it's all farmland here. There ain't nobody farming, right? There's 4 feet of snow outside. So I assume ICE is probably on the east side of Michigan right now in the big cities. Grinch's bro, still an illegal, lock him up. That's right. Well, yeah. He's getting locked up no matter what, but yeah. What's up, my feed? Happy freedom to you. Free the Texan. I can't read it out loud because of the way Rumble's community guidelines are. Let me figure out a way to say this. Let the illegals deal with pedophiles for citizenship, and we'll call it Alien versus Predator. We need to float that idea to President Trump. He could sign an EO today, and maybe in 16 weeks we can fight the judge to, allow it to go through, because the judge has to stand up and stop everything that Trump does. So, the sooner the better we get that roll in there. And you already got the name and everything. President Trump would love that. He's big on names. Ghostly, if pedos are the number one enemy, take one, deal with one, and get a free pass in my book. Yeah, that's what I kind of think too. What a turn of events. Smokes a pedo, and we're like, you know what? All right, illegal. Maybe they're not all bad. I don't know. We're not gonna take it that far, but yeah. Jay Spray, we lock up the good guy all the time. Same difference. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jay Spray. Heard you, sir. It's so hard to say this stuff out loud because YouTube and Twitch is soft on their community guidelines. Let me see. Deal with a pedo and we'll talk about amnesty. See, this is an idea here. I think we're getting into focus. For the Texan, how many do you think is enough? How many do they gotta deal with before they're starting to become entitled to some citizenship? What's the number? I'm thinking like 40, right? You deal with 40 or 50 pedos. We'll start talking. Maybe we'll get you a visa. You stay here for 2 years. Every 50 pedos, we'll give you 2 years. You can come hang out and pretend to be one of us. I don't know. I don't set the rules. I'm just thinking out loud. What's up, Southern Eagleman? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Echo? Happy freedom to you. Mr. Andrew, happy freedom. God's light, a baker's dozen. See, you guys are a lot more forgiving than I am. I was starting at 40. You find 40 pedos, we'll start talking here. Daydreamer, drop a 1 in the chat if you're daydreaming about Cinnabons. That's right. I'm sitting here starving Marvin. I didn't have an appetite all last week, and now I'm eating like a fat kid at the bakery. It's expensive. Like, I have to chill out because I've been eating just like crazy. Jay Spray, if you take out 50, you get to be president. I don't know about that, but that's funny. Guess happy freedom to you. Let's see. They come here for a better life and to deal with pedos. 25 pedos, you get a Starbucks gift card. There you go. There you go. Holy, so funny. Guess you're eating a fat kid? Not yet, but if food doesn't come down in price, I might have to. Chris, bro, lock up the illegal and then just send the pedos to his cell. There you go. Modern problems require modern solutions. Stern, Alien vs. Predator is hilarious. I agree. That's funny. All right, moving forward here, we got the last little bit of the news, and then we're getting into the fun stuff. It is Lefties Losing It, and today it's titled Rosie O'Donnell accuses President Trump of verbal rape. Just when you thought she couldn't get any more gross. Come on, come on.
Oh, and it's hot.
Load. What color do you think Rita is wearing today? Give you guys a couple minutes. We'll see who thinks what. Libby Racer, I love being assaulted on trains. It's my kind of thing. You just gotta pay extra for that, Libby Racer. Polish is saying red. Otter saying orange. Enter user saying brown. Enter user. For the good Texan. Hopefully she's nude. She's not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to let you down on a Monday. 12 Kara says green. Watchman says green. Major says black. James says blue. Let me see. Goth is saying green. 10 Man saying white. Russell saying red. Southern Eagleman saying red. Stern is saying red. You guys are pretty convinced she's wearing red today. God's Light is saying blue. Nick is saying purple. Happy freedom to you, Nick. Motorsport saying blue. Try and get everybody here. Everybody get their chance. Kevin saying red. Freethink is saying red. You guys don't be influenced by everybody, because what if they're wrong? Like they told us in elementary school, don't be cheating because the person taking the test next to you could be wrong. God's Light is saying blue. Polish, red and green are festive Christmas colors. You're right. Let's see. Boots Flame saying purple. For the text saying red, if I can get you all ready. Make sure everybody gets their shot. What's your name? Collar, happy freedom to you. What's Mamdani done? He put out a tutorial on how to evade ICE. Derek saying purple. All right, hooligans. It's this color. You know, I would say like pink or like blurple or something, but, you know, I'm always wrong no matter what I say. So you guys just figure out what color that is. Everyone said red. You're wrong. Hit that like button and let's get into this.
Oh, and it's time for Lefties Losing It. Let's start with the former President Joe Biden, who was wheeled out to again attack Donald Trump. And he also received an award from something called the LGBTQ plus Victory Institute. Joe Biden delivered a powerful message there about remembering who the hell you are.
We just have to get up. As long as we keep the faith, summon hope, and get back up and remember who in the hell we are. We're the United States of America. That's who we are. We're the U.S. We're the United States of America.
That's who we are, the United States of America. Got it. Powerful, powerful stuff there from old Joe. Can't believe people doubted his mental acuity. How dare they? Someone else who has suffered a significant decline in recent years is Prince Harry. Remember when he was the most popular royal along with the Queen, when he was beloved in the United Kingdom and beyond, the second in line to the throne? He's now reduced to this, whatever this is.
So if you was treated like a king for the day, what would you want me to do for you?
Beg for me, probably.
You'd want me to do what? Beg.
Beg.
Beg. Beg.
B-A-K. Beg.
What?
Bake.
Oh, bake!
If that's not the most cringeworthy, pitiful and unfunny mess you've ever seen, what was he thinking? Prince Harry on soon-to-be unemployed Stephen Colbert's awful program, doing whatever that was, and then there was this.
Stephen, you just have to believe. Doesn't this prove anything can happen? I mean, minutes ago, you said it was impossible. But look, isn't there a handsome prince standing in front of you right now?
Look, Harry, I'm sorry.
Handsome, okay. Reminder that this clown abandoned his family, abandoned his duty, not his title though. He abandoned Britain because of the media attention, the intrusion. He wanted a private life. He wanted normality for his family. He fled the awful media intrusion to do reality programs, do tell-all interviews and embarrass his family with little skits like this.
You're an actual prince. Why would you want to be in one of those movies?
Well, you Americans are obsessed with Christmas movies, and you're clearly obsessed with royalty, so why not?
Hold on. Look, I wouldn't say we're obsessed with royalty.
Really? I heard you elected a king.
That's a fair point.
Now let's check in on the clash between pop star Sabrina Carpenter and the White House. You'll remember last week, little Sabrina had a massive tantrum because her song was used by the White House to promote the Trump administration's immigration agenda. Well, the White House has responded to that tantrum by releasing a new commercial. Have a look.
I might need to arrest someone for being too illegal.
Oh, well, I turned myself in.
You're under arrest.
You get the bag and fumble it, I get the bag and flip it and tumble it. Straight off the lot, 300 cash, and the car came with a blood in it. Look, mama.
Checkmate. Sorry, Sabrina, but that is bloody hilarious. Let's bring in Newsweek Senior Editor-at-Large and Article 3 Project Senior Counsel Josh.
All right, quick one today with the lefties losing it. That is the last little bit of the news I had for you hooligans. We are going to get into the fun stuff. We're going to open today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Tori Wayne. And we got our two funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Donnie, and it's titled, Your Cover is Blown. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Stoner, and it's titled, Police Are Not Your Friend. It's coming up next, but first, we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about the lefties losing their marbles. Snooks, he's a disgrace. Yeah, that's just regular Andrew. Russell, Harry's just trying to be relevant. Yeah. I didn't realize he was like getting all thin on top, and I can talk about that as much as I want to. But I don't really understand that. When I see people getting real thin, where you just see like skull, I don't know why they don't shave it off. I'm just late for a haircut, but I don't know why people try to do that. I feel bad for guys that feel that kind of way, that they have to wear a hat, or they're like trying to do the comb over. I've talked about this for years. I've known since I was like 12 years old that I was going to lose my hair. Like, I just knew that was going to happen. I could tell by looking at my dad. So I did everything I wanted to do with my hair while I still had hair. You guys saw my dreads and stuff. I did whatever I wanted to because I knew one day I wouldn't have it, right? So I don't worry about it. People in the chat seem to give way more of a shit about the way my hair looks than I do. Even when people talk shit about it, you might as well talk shit about me being white. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. This is just the way God made my hair. So whatever's whatever. I don't feel any kind of way. But like I said, when I see people feeling insecure about it, I feel bad about that shit because I wish I could just give them the confidence that I have. It's nothing to feel bad about, you know? And a lot of women seem to like it. So I don't know, you know? That's stupid life things. Snooks, you're doing the boob hands on your head. Well, it's good. It's good. It's good for you. It's the stimulation. That's how it works. I'm pretty sure. Ramsey, my dad had horseshoe hair. No shame. Yeah. I mean, you can't help it. You know, you can't help it. It's just, you got $60,000 to go and get a hair transplant to take your bow fro to your head, then, you know, great. That's fantastic. But most of us don't. And so, you know, it's really nothing to worry about. Told the care of stress causes hair loss. I'm surprised I have any hair. You know, if that's the case. I've always heard that it's testosterone. That you produce too much testosterone that makes your shit do what mine's doing. I don't know. I'm testy, I guess. For the text, and I always wear a hat because of the dent in my head. Yeah, and I know some people wear a hat just because they'd rather people not pointing fingers and stuff. Like, I got a buddy that's like that. He don't really care that he's bald. He just gets annoyed that everybody wants to point it out. And so he just wears a hat. And I'm like, you tell enough people to eat shit and they'll stop. Like, they'll stop. But he'd just rather not have the conflict. Which is funny because he can, like, whoop anybody's ass that I know. But he's a positive thinker. What's up, Jesus people? Happy freedom to you. Major, a wanker. Bunch of wankers. Chris, bro, you're a nobody. Beat it, schmuck. And that's right. Everybody calling him a red coat. It's so funny. It's funny. Major, get that corpse out of here, old man Walter. Where the United States of America got it. Ramsey, if you use your testosterone, you won't lose your hair. You're not allowed to punch people in the face, Ramsey. That's when it started. That's when it started. When I stopped punching people in the face, I started having hair loss. What can I do? You know? What's up, Michigan Patriot? Happy freedom. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you. Obnoxious Scott. In 5 years, we'll be calling you Patch Mac. That's all right. I just, I'm going to just tattoo the whole top of my head. Why not? Fuck it. Give y'all something to look at. Oh, well, thank you, Snooks. I appreciate the compliment. 10 man, I need some number 5 brown for my hair. I've seen people put color and stuff in their hair. They even do it on their beard and stuff. I don't know. I just don't care that much. I cared a lot about what I looked like when I was a teenager. I just don't give a shit now. I just don't. As long as I don't smell bad, I'm ready to go. Grinch bro, your hair is kind of like leaves. Once they turn colors, they start to drop. That's right. Enter user, my dad was completely gray at 20. My buddy's like that. We were like graduating high school and he was like losing his hair and getting grays and all kinds of stuff. It's just, that's the way it goes. Grinch bro, you are one throat punch away from a luscious afro. I know. When I was 15, 16, I had a curly afro with highlights in it. And like I said, you're not allowed to punch people, and now I'm losing my hair. Otters, I bought my husband Just for Men beard selfishly so I could use a little for my eyebrows. That's all right. Working together. That's the way it's supposed to be. What's up, Electric Hammer? Happy freedom to you. Bring the dreads back. I'd have a dread hawk. I can't remember what we were calling it, but it would be like this. it would be rough. It'd be rough up front. What's up, Tori Wayne? Happy freedom. I started going gray and thinning, but I started with super thick, curly hair, so it's hard to tell to most people, but it's definitely thinner than before. Yeah, Tori Wayne, it's just part of living life. Ramsey, I'm not violent anymore, but I have a wife, so yeah, no hair loss. Well, there you go, Ramsey. Otters, I've heard that dreads hurt, though. It depends on what everybody's doing. Dreads are a lot of work. I mean, if you want to have clean dreads, you want to have, like, dreads that are worth looking at, there's a lot of work. It's a pain in the ass to wash them and dry them, because if you don't dry them, then they mold on the inside, and just, on and on and on. The only people that seem to, like, have easy dreads are, like, homeless people. They don't even have dreads. It's just shit and dirt locked into their hair. Goth, dreads now would look like one of the Star Trek characters. Yeah, pretty much. Just be on the back. It just looked like curtains. Just on the back. Electric Hammer, no lie, there's a guy I work with and his dreads smell like death. Yeah. And that's what sucks, is people create this stigma. It actually is a lot of work if you're going to have, like, nice dreads. But there's so many stinky dreads out there that when you see people with dreads, you just assume that they're stinky, dirty people, and not all of them are. 10, man, my hair's almost white. I'd be looking like Get Some. That is funny. That is funny. Ghostly, I started going bald as a teen. Got bad when I was in the early 20s. Still not gray, though. I have one white hair that grows right here, and it grows like straight and long, and it'll just be sitting here like this while the rest of my hair doesn't. And then I have silver hair on top. I got white hair, like Santa Claus white hair in my facial hair, and I got silver hair on top, and you can't see it because the camera don't pick it up, but it stands up. So I got like this porcupine thing going on in 360. You just can't tell on the camera. I'm something else. Patriot Dad, I had nice dreads, cut them off for a job. Yeah, that's the other thing that sucks about dreads. Police think that you got drugs. Jobs don't want to hire you because they think you're lazy. Stern, I was today years old when I found out about Bofro to head transplant. I don't think they necessarily take your ass hairs and put it on your head, but I just assume that's how it goes. I'm not quite sure. I don't have the $60,000 hairs. Derek, you remember the video of one of Trump's lawyers who used hair dye just before going on camera and it started running? Yeah, you're talking about Rudy Giuliani. He was talking to the cameras and he had like shoe polish like running down the side of his head. That's what I mean. You know, trying to hide things and doing gimmicks and stuff to pretend like shit's like you're 12 years old again. Like, I don't know. I just feel bad that people feel it's necessary to do that. Bobby Johnson, I had long red dreads till I quit punching folks. Now it's gray as fuck. Yep, I did the dreadhawk too. See, I've been thinking about it, but I don't know if I can grow enough hair to do it. What's up, Salty Alien? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Tar Kitty? Happy freedom to you. Tar Kitty, Sabrina Carpenter. Yikes. Ever watch Tay-Tay live on her first MTV Live? It's worth a watch. I have not, but I will look it up if YouTube will stop fighting me in the chat here. I'll look it up after the live. Thank you for letting me know, Tarkity. Hair juicer, I'm gray and super thin with no facial hair. Used to have whoop-ass blonde curls before I started welding. Caught on fire twice and shaved it all. Yeah. Like, you not grow facial hair, hair juicer? That's how I am. Everyone's like, well, just shave your head and grow a beard. Like, I can't. I can't. I don't have that ability. I know women. There's a woman that works at the gas station that makes me feel insecure because of how nice her mustache is. I'm just saying. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom. Patriot Dad, government employee I work with has 6 foot long dreads, 70-year-old white guy, no shit. That's awesome. That's awesome. Ramsey had a coworker with long dreads years ago. He kept it super clean, but then he almost killed me with a frame crane and a big diesel engine and got fired because he was high. Nah, damn. He was going to go to work, but then he got high. Michigan Patriot, Stinky Dreads. Great name for a rock band. It is. It is, now that you say that. All right, hooligans. We're going to get into the fun stuff. Like I said, we're going to open today's drawer of the Advent Calendar sent by Tori Wayne. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. And if I see Klaus Daniels, I'm going to snatch him up because he ain't clocked into work yet. But before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the video description. We have PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee. You can send something to the P.O. Box, or you can even send crypto. Like I said, let's see what we get today from the Advent Calendar sent by Tori Wayne. Oh, what day is it? I cannot remember. Did we do day 7? I think so. Where's day 8? I should write it down somewhere so I could keep track of this. No, I think we did day 8. Day 9. Okay, day 10. I'm catching up with the rest of the class here. Okay, here we go. I think we're on day 10. Bam. Right there. Let's see what we get. Klaus Daniels. I was wrong. We already did day 10. I hear him bouncing around. I was wrong. Day 11. Klaus, you're supposed to remind me of these things. Clock in or I'm not paying you. Oh, Nerd Rage. Day 11 with the Nerd Rage. That's what we're looking for. Right next to where is Klaus Diddley Daniels. Oh, that's badass. Let me show you, hooligans, what we got today. We got the Power Armor ornament. Hanging that right on the Christmas tree. I got to get the Christmas tree up. I keep forgetting because my life is in shambles right now. But either way, I love this. Thank you so much, Tori Wayne. I really appreciate it. Heck yeah. I can't wait to get the tree up. We got so much fun stuff. All of these guys are Christmas ornaments too. Our little gnomes and stuff. Got a whole stack of neat shit. Either way, thank you, Tori Wayne. We're going to go ahead and get into these funny videos really quick. Do the thing, disc to the cord. Is this the right one? Oh, yeah, okay. I remember. Like I said, this was provided by Donnie, and it's titled, Your Cover is Blown.
The king has returned. It is time.
Well, damn. I don't know how witness protection is going to relocate him, but they're going to have to figure that out. Klaus Daniels clocked in right at the end here. What did you do? Why is your whiskers melted? What did you do? What is going on with these? What did you do? Two of his whiskers got little curls at the end. I don't have any candles lit. What did you do? You just got curly hair? You got curly whiskers, huh? You are the French meow, aren't you? My goodness. What a good boy. Anyways, getting into our official funny video of the day. It was provided by Stoner. Don't fall. Let's get this pulled out real quick here. Baby Panther. Alright, our official funny video of the day. It was provided by Stoner and it's titled, Police Are Not Your Friend.
I go to do a buy one time and I got my badge on me. And the guy says to me, how do I know you're not a cop? And I says, as a matter of fact, I am a cop. The guy stops, what? Took out my badge. He's looking at me, wins in Palmer, and I says to him, listen, dude, I work up in the Bronx, up in the 5-0. I like to get high too, but I can't get drugs up there. Everybody knows me down here. So the guy's like, you're so cool, that's so great. Boom, he gets collared. He's like, the fucking guy told me he was a cop. He showed me his badge and I still sold him the drugs. What the heck?
Fuckers. They're not your friend. Either way, that is all the coffee I had for you hooligans today. I'm going to grab this link list link really quick. I'm going to drop it in the chats. We're going to read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up. Then we're raiding out over on Rumble. Let me see. Hair Jews are almost nothing as far as facial hair goes. 12-year-old Mexicans have better stashes. I know. I feel the same way. Just be jealous. I just, you know. People are like, grow a beard. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to do it. Doing it as hard as I can. Tory Wayne electrocuted? No. Ah, man. Maybe stuck his whiskers in a plug. I don't know what happened. I have a wax candle thing over on the counter. Maybe he got too close to it or something. I don't know what he did. I have no idea. I'll have to figure that out because we don't have anything hot around here other than the wax thing. I don't have any candles lit. Something. Either way, there is the link list where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, I would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more abilities than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, the Hooligan AI, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the Hooligans. Like I said, we're going to read through. We get the pledge coming up, and then we're raiding out over on Rumble. Also, on Saturday, I think it was, we raided out before doing the pledge accidentally. I didn't mean to do that, but I sent all the Hooligans somewhere. I don't remember who we rated. We Are the Show, maybe? I don't know. We rated somebody, and then I hopped back in the chat, and everyone's like, we didn't do the pledge yet. And I'm like, damn. I just sent everybody to another chat, so my bad. I messed that up. We're going to do it right today, but first we're going to hop in the chat. Ghostly. I had an undercover show up at my house party once, made him smoke a blunt to himself and got him way too high and drunk and then kicked him out. They were looking for something that wasn't at the house. That's funny, Ghostly. He had a good time from what it sounds like. Matt Rogers started shaving in the 7th grade, had to carry a razor in my pocket during boot camp. I hate shaving, so I keep a full beard. Yeah. I don't like shaving either, but I can't. Everything just grows in white trashy like I'm Joe Dirt. And I mean, I don't grow anything here. I've never shaved this side of my face. But like, I get like neck beard shit, and I started looking like Joe Dirt, and I don't like that. And so, yeah, it is what it is. Ghostly, I laughed 10 minutes later when the police showed up. Yeah. Rappy. Klaus is like, the king has arrived. Mm-hmm. What's up, Peyton? Happy freedom. Could have done it in the raid room. I didn't think about that. Patriot Dad, I work in the cold and being wet. Somehow the beard keeps me warmer. I think it's the way it's supposed to be, you know? We're big old animals walking around as much as we like to pick our own genders and whatnot. So there's got to be reasons for us growing facial hair. MU Klaus knows it's about Fancy Feast time. He does. 30 more minutes. It is Fancy Feast time. Oh, I appreciate you being with us, Otters. Ramsey, don't look at my profile picture if you got beard envy. I know, Ramsey. I've been eyeballing it. That's quite the beard there. Grinches, bro. Klaus is going to be walking in circles now. I don't know what he did. It's only 2 whiskers on the one side. They're just, right at the end, is just curled. I've never seen anything like it. For the text, I just shaved my experimental goatee off. Was the trial done? Did you complete the trial? A couple years ago, I don't know if you guys remember, I had like a full mustache going on, like near my birthday. And people actually talk to you with more respect if you have a mustache. I don't know why that is. I thought having knuckle tattoos would do the same thing, but it's kind of the opposite. Nobody stands in the aisle with you. I know that. I stand in Walmart. I walk into an aisle. Everybody leaves. I'm like, yeah, I like that. Anyways. Here, Juicer. Are you like number 53 over on Rumble? You're a badass. HJ3K. Otters, pick your own genders. Pikachu, I choose you. Mm-hmm. Ramsey and Klaus leaves. It's because he's got another tower over there. Remember he had a tower that had a bowl, and he was sitting there, a full bowl of Klaus? The tower is sitting right there. I might have to put that one on screen because he prefers it. He's sitting here falling asleep. He's trying to look at me, but the other eye is like drooping closed. You'd be all right, buddy. He's so sick of my shit. I might have to pull that tower on camera. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Totally care Jeff is the food god. Yeah, pretty much. Klaus ain't got thumbs. That Fancy Feast ain't gonna pour itself. Polish, did Klaus crop dust him? He better not have. I can't really smell anything unless I'm focusing and trying. So hopefully that's not the case. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much for the support. It says, have a safe, good night, or great night, Hooligans. Much love. Much love to you, Patriot Dad. Thank you for being with us, and thank you for the support. Peyton, shaving son Klaus's beard is wonky. He has a cowlick all over his neck. Mm-hmm. Klaus is a cowlick. The whole thing. Tory Wayne, what a dumb criminal. Yeah. He's like, wow, you're a cool cop. Like, no, that's the wrong response. Night Owl, did the kitty get close to a heat source? It seems like it, but I don't know how that could have happened unless it was the wax melt thing, which I don't even think that gets hot enough to curl whiskers. That's never been a phrase, but it is now. How hot is it? It's hot enough to curl whiskers. I think we're on to something. We're going to have to keep that in mind. Anyways, moving forward here. Derek, my first cat knew how to turn on the, let's see, the old, gas fire up. We would come home and the fire would be full and the cat purring happily. You gotta get safety locks for the cat. That's what I have to do with the cupboards, because Klaus he'll hook the cupboards with his paw and open them up. I'll go in the kitchen and like catch my knee on the cupboards and stuff because all the doors are wide open. I'm like, come on, man. Look at all you guys posing your beards in the chat. I want to post my nutsack so bad. I want to play the game too. Okay. You guys all flexing on me with your beards. Peyton, are we in a freaking time warp? Exact dialogue from a year ago. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, I understand, Ramsey. I appreciate you being with us. I'm just double checking, making sure everything's good. What's up, Meta? Happy Freedom. You're just in time for the Pledge of Allegiance. We're going to do it before raiding out because I messed up on Saturday. I do that sometimes. Anyways, hooligans, please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yes, that's right. All right, time to actually raid out over on the Rumble. Let's see who is live today. We're at the beginning of the week, so we're wide open here. Frag is live. It's been a while since we raided the Frag. We might have to do that. Let's go ahead and raid Frag. I do see that Rotella's live. We'll have to get Rotella tomorrow because I like raiding Rotella, but it's been a while since we raided Frag, and you know he's due for a raid. So let's get raiding, you hooligans. Don't forget, hit that like button as soon as you land.
Oh, me! Bigs up, bigs up.
I'm out of money. I'm out of money. I'm out of gas. They're all up. Ammo. They're all up.
Hit one. No! Around the wall?
Omega, you gotta tell me when you die.
Around the wall?
Sorry, I was trying to let you work on that with the communication.
Yo, look at that.
Jeff Mac with the mother freaking raid. Happy freedom, Jeff. Made me bite my damn tongue. Man, how you doing? How you been? Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Shout out to the hooligans, man. Shout out to y'all, man. How was the stream, Jeff? How was the show?
Yeah, I get back. I need to fight with you.
Push.
One more down below. Down below, he's one on me. I'm down.
Hurt.
One down below at the very bottom. He's one.
Got him. Dead.
Good stuff, Ray. Good stuff.
I'm stealing.
Yep. That's a
Can you shoot this stupid thing on the wall, please?
Yep.
Thank you.
Good steal. Hooligans, baby.
Hooligans in the building. I'm gonna lift it. Let me know when you guys see him so I can lift it. All right. Yep.
Let's go way up high. Can we go way up?
Yep. Let's go.
Please.
I'm about to lift this.
Right here. Go ahead, do it.
Do it now.
Can we go on the roof? Jump pad us up.
Could. Well, this one's done though.
Yeah, we're good. I'm out.
I got PTSD.
Ramsey in the building. Cass in the building. Sir Pickles in the building. What's happening, homies?
Fantastic raid, you hooligans. Yes, and Grim Hollywood's in the chat too. He's an official hooligan. There's just all kinds of hooligan stuff going on there. I'm not sure what he's playing. Is that Arc Raiders? Everybody's playing Arc Raiders, and I haven't had any time because of my life being in shambles to really check that stuff out. I don't know. He looks like he's having a blast though. Either way, fantastic raid, you hooligans. We're going to read through really quick, but we are wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Reading through. 10 man, I can grow a beard like that. It irritates the hell out of me though. Can't get used to it. Yeah, that's how I am like growing a mustache. It's like I just sit there and like have to mess with it because it just bothers my face. Or like if this part gets too long, for some reason it starts hurting. Like I can't even touch the hair because then it hurts my flesh. I don't know why God made my face like this, but he did. Matt Rogers, my cheeks haven't been shaved for probably 10 years. So you're saying like your butt doesn't even touch the couch? I just can't help myself. I just can't help it. Pusquag, cool, at least I was able to come back and catch the end. Yeah, I appreciate you being with us, Plastic Quack. Thank you to all to care. And you be blessed and stay warm as well. Thank you, Rappy. Patriot Dad, I remember saying that every morning before school starts. I can't remember what I was saying. Too old to care premium. Nuh-uh. Oh, it was premium. I didn't even realize. Damn it. I don't know why I do that. I didn't think about it. Thank you for letting me know, Too Old to Care. I am sorry, hooligans. I did not realize it was a premium live. You just get this little button right here. That's the only thing indicating that it's premium. Otherwise, I had no idea. I'm sorry, hooligans. I need to remember to look for that. Picture Dad, hug your kids and pets. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I can't believe we rated another premium live. I don't know why I can't remember to check. Oh, no worries, Meta. I will. Let's see. It's supposed to be here Saturday. Why is it going to take that long? It shouldn't take all week to get here, even from the other side of the country. I'm supposed to go there on Friday just to double check everything. If it's not there by Friday, I'll try and go Saturday, but they close early on Saturday here. They close early every day. Like the post office closes at 4. It's like they open at 9, then they take a break from like 1 to 2 or 12:30 to 1:30 or something, and then they close at like 4. And it's like the post office sucks. I can't stand it. How much bitching do I got to do about the post office? It's been years of it. But I will double check. Thank you for letting me know, Meta. I'm going to go on Friday, and like I said, if it's not there Friday, I'll try and get up and go Saturday before they close. Thank you, Stern. I appreciate the bits over on Twitch. You're a badass, Stern. Thank you so much. Sticky notes. Stern, I have a ton of sticky notes. The problem is that I write the note and I put it on my desk and then I never read the notes. Never. I don't know why I do that, but I do. I got a whole pile of them sitting right here. And I just write it down and then I set it on the pile, and then when the pile gets too big, I go and put it in a box. And then I have the notes, but I don't know what they say. I asked Alistair about this because Alistair juggles a lot of stuff like I do. I have more responsibilities than I have attention span. But I don't know how to remember things. I do the same thing on my phone. I write notes on my phone, and then when do I check the notes? When is that supposed to happen? Because if you don't know what's on the notes, you don't know to check the notes to find the things you can't remember, because you can't remember when you don't remember things. And so there's nothing indicating, hey, go check your notes. And so the notes pile up, and then I go and place them somewhere, and now I look like a hoarder. I have notes from years ago. I have no idea what they are. I can just tell by little colored pieces of paper. Tori Wayne, I put notes like that. Let me see. on my outer edge of my monitor if it's super important. Yeah, well, if it's super important, then I put it on my calendar. That way it can remind me because it'll give me a notification until I clear it. But yeah, if I put notes on the monitor, I kind of think Klaus would mess with the monitor, but I need to figure out a system. I've been trying for a long time to figure out a system, and I can't. The best system I have is to tell you guys to remind me, because people like to watch other people fail, and because it's funny. So then if I go live and everyone's like, did you remember to do this? And I go, oh, fuck. And then I can't, then I'm reminded by you hooligans. And then when I get off the live, I usually can go do whatever it is I forgot. So far, that's the best reminder system, is to just tell you guys, because I know you guys will hold me accountable. What's up, Christine? Happy freedom to you. Night Owl Live, YouTube Premium is worth every penny. I don't know. I wouldn't give YouTube any money. They've taken so much. They've taken everything from me. We are demonetized on YouTube because of how they treat me. Christine, a little late today. That's okay. I'm glad you stopped in with us, though. Derek, thank you for stopping in and hanging out with us today. 10 man, does anyone know what size green screens come in? They come in all sizes. You can get them small to where they just attach to your chair and kind of do like a little circular thing, or huge. Like I have a big, like 15-foot one that's like 10 feet tall and 15 across. They come in all kinds of sizes and colors and prices and all kinds of stuff. Some of them are so big that you got to get stands to hold them up because the material can be heavy sometimes. Ghosty, I set alarms on my phone and put the notes on the alarms. Oh, yeah, that's kind of what I do with my calendar. I was using Google Calendar, but something's wrong with it. Now it alerts me the next day. Like I'll set reminders to go get my laundry when it's done, and I'll forget, and then I'll go get it, and then the next day at that time, I get a reminder for it, and I'm like, it's a day late. I'm like, what the hell? And I don't know if it's the calendar itself or if like my phone's just being weird. One or the other or both. Matt Rogers, the worst is when our kids were babies. Babies always pull on beards. Oh, I never thought about that. That would be kind of rough. 10 man, I just grow a cheesy mustache. That's pretty much all I can do is that. Yeah, 10 man, if you go on like Amazon, just look up green screens and you'll see a wide variety of sizes in the way that they can be hung up on the wall or hang up on stands, or like I said, some of them attached to your chair or whatever. What's up, Glamour? Happy freedom to you. Oof. Goodness. Pff, you're mean, Glamour. Thank you so much, Pickles, for that $10 donation over on Rumble. You're badass, Pickles. Thank you so much for the support. Says, thanks, Jeff. Thank you, Pickles. I appreciate you. Glamour, you're mean. Meta, what's the difference between a man and a woman snowman? I don't know. What's the difference, Meta? Tori Wayne, that's so sad. I hate to see people fail. Yeah, but I use it as reverse psychology as a good reminder system, and it works. It works a lot. I told you guys that's how I quit smoking cigarettes. Is I told everybody I quit smoking. I just walked around, was telling everybody I talked to, hey, how's it going? Oh, I quit smoking cigarettes. I told everybody that, because then the next day when I'm out in public doing things, they're like, you still ain't smoked a cigarette, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, no, I ain't been smoking. Or like walking out onto the porch with my friends, and normally we're smoking cigarettes, and I'd be like, hey, let me get a square or whatever. And they're like, oh, I thought you quit. And I'm like, oh yeah, I did quit. Do not give me a cigarette. And they're like, all right. And that's how I quit. That's exactly how I quit. Is I walked around and told everybody, because people want to see you fail. They want to see you not achieve your goals. So what they're going to do is they see you top of mind. Let me ask him if he's still doing his commitment and all of this stuff, because I know he ain't. I know he fell off the wagon. I know he's going to fail. So let me bring it up so he can admit that he failed, and we can all laugh about it. And instead I use it as a reminder system, because people got so much hate in their heart. And it's, reverse psychology for benefits, I suppose. I don't know. It is what it is. Night Owl. Just saying I like the no ads. Yeah, Night Owl. Oh, I totally understand. Matt Rogers. Hold on. Let me see if you're right. Where's Meta? Snowballs. You guys are right. That's funny. I've never heard that before. Right in the snowballs. 1776, happy freedom to you. We're actually wrapping this up right now. Tory Wayne, cheese the system smart. Yes, gotta, make the world work to our benefits. It's a spirit matter. Happy freedom to you. All right, hooligans, I think we are good to go. Glamour with the twerking Santa. Like I was saying, we will be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't know what it could be. I have no idea. Either way, go enjoy the rest of your day. Find yourself some good food, have fun, and be safe. And I'm going to try and do the same and make your way back to us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap. Happy freedom, cheeky chops.